मज्ञान्ते म्रान्तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते मधुसूदनाय बापूजीति नामिने नमस्ते मधुसूदनाय भक्तिपादप्रियाय ते दुर्लभ कृष्ण भक्ति अति सरलकारिणे। So Hare Krishna. Today we're reading 4.15, so chapter 4, slok number 15. Here Lord Krishna is saying, all the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. So, Krishna is saying that all of the liberated souls, when in the ancient times, that means even in the Dwapar Yuga, it was very hard to come to this understanding that Krishna is transcendental, Krishna is divine. Krishna was in front of Duryodhan. We all pray that, oh, let me have darshan of the Lord. I wish to have darshan of Krishna, right? The personal darshan of Krishna I wish to have. But what will that accomplish? Krishna was in front of Duryodhan and Duryodhan did not listen. Krishna was in front of Shakuni and Dhritarashtra, right? Everyone over there. But what do we need to have? We need to understand, right? From the saints, from the Mahapurush, how to recognize Krishna. Because Krishna was present in front of everyone at the Mahabharata, all of the Kauravas, but he was with the Pandavas because the Pandavas understood Krishna is transcendental, Krishna is divine. And Mother Kunti, she was praying at every single step that please, Krishna, give me suffering at every single step. Who asks for that? Today we all ask that Krishna, please give me a life of comfort. Please give me a lot of money so I never have to work again. I just want to go and retire. I'm only 35, but I want to retire now. But please give me cars. Please give me a good family. But we're all asking that our life is full of comfort. And what is Makunti asking? She is asking Krishna, give me a life full of miseries. But at every step, please give me some misery. Even Krishna asked her, why are you asking this? She said there are two reasons, because whenever we were in trouble, whether it was in the forest, whether it was in the palace, whether it was anywhere, the moment we had some misery, we remembered you. So that misery, that reminds us of Krishna, that reminds us of Govind, is better than the wealth or the comfort or the money in which we forget about Krishna or we don't remember him in every single moment. So Draupadi said the first reason is because whenever we have some misery, we remember you. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, always think of me. So if we have some misery or if something happens, we start thinking, oh Krishna, why is this happening to me? Or we might stay, at least we remember Krishna. Or we might remember, oh Krishna, please help me. Oh Krishna, please guide me. I'm stuck in this situation. Right? At least we remember Krishna. And she, Kunti Mata, said that the second reason is that you were always, always with us during the time of our need. You came from nowhere for Draupadi's sari. You came in the form of that sari and saved her. Right? We need to understand how Krishna saved Draupadi. Krishna didn't come with the flute, Bansi, and started playing the flute, and then Draupadi put her head down and started doing arti and everything. Krishna saved her. No, Krishna came to her in that form of the sari. So whenever we also need any help, Krishna would have come and manifested in some form or another, helped us and gone away. and we wouldn't have even recognized. So we need to learn that just because we are having the darshan of Krishna doesn't mean we can recognize him. All of these transcend angels, all of the liberated souls since the beginning of time who have been liberated. Right? They acted with the understanding that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is divine. Krishna does not manifest out of his karma. He appears because of his causeless mercy. So now the second part of this shloka is very important. Krishna is telling all of us that therefore you should perform your duty. What is our duty? That to act, to understand that Krishna is divine, to understand that Krishna is transcendental. That is our duty. And once we understand that, right, we follow in their footsteps. We don't copy them. There's a big difference. Some people will say, oh, that how Mother Yashoda hit Krishna, I'm also going to go and run behind Krishna with a whipping stick, or I'm going to hit Krishna, right? No, it's not. We don't copy. Look at the love that Mother Yashoda had for Krishna. You walk in those footsteps. We develop that love for Krishna. So it is Krishna saying that he's giving a very big over here. He's giving a very big support for all of us. That how we should act. He's giving us a very big hint that all liberated souls in the ancient times acted with this understanding. So, first, we should always have this understanding that Krishna is transcendental, Krishna's form, Krishna's nature, everything is transcendental and divine. Once we develop that understanding, then we perform the duty following their footsteps. Right? How do we follow in their footsteps? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed that. It is just chanting. Right? Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Simply by eating the Mahaprasadam, by feasting, and then dancing in the kirtan. Remember, we will never be able to understand Krishna or recognize Krishna, even if Krishna manifested in front of us. We will say, oh, come on, you are someone else, you're a duplicate. Because these days in the Kali Yuga, it is very hard to form that belief. So just simply learn to recognize Krishna everywhere. He manifests to help us, just like he manifested to help all the Pandavas, all of his devotees, all of these liberated souls that Krishna is talking about. How Krishna manifested as Narsingha Dev to save Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was a devotee of the Lord. And how much his father Hiranyakashipu threw him out of a mount, threw him from a mountain. He threw him into a fire with Holika. Right? What all did he do? And Prahlad Maharaj is preaching everywhere. All of his friends that chant Krishna's name. Don't chant Hiranyakashipu. Chant Krishna's name. And he used to tell everyone that God is everywhere. Krishna is omnipotent. Krishna is omnipresent. He is everywhere. Then one day, his father asked him, "You think where is Krishna? Is he in this pillar over here?" And at that time, Prahlad Maharaj was like, "This is my test. I've been telling everyone that Krishna is everywhere. So of course he's in this pillar also." So he responded, "Yes, Krishna is in this pillar." He said, "This was my exam." So sometimes we practice. Oh, when I see Krishna, I will say this, or I will do this, or when Krishna comes before me, or when I go in front of my spiritual master, I will do this, I will do that. But Krishna is already may have come and done something for us, and we wouldn't have recognized it. So anytime anybody helps us, anytime anyone does something for us, right? You should always learn to recognize that this was Krishna that manifested in this form and helped me. Even a doctor, even when a doctor puts on braces to straighten your teeth, or when the doctor does your surgery, right? Or he fixes your teeth, or does anything, or checks you, Krishna, I know you are manifesting in the form of this doctor to cure me. In every single day-to-day activity, in every single day-to-day event, learn to recognize Krishna. And that way we will always think about Krishna. Yesterday there was a video about manifestations and how positive self-talk, always say good things to yourself. There was a thing that Michael Phelps did. They said in that video that every time he walked through a door, so imagine how the door frame is. Every time you walk through a door, you say something positive to yourself. You say something, some affirmation that I am great, I am the best, I am the world champion. Every time you walk through a door or an opening like that, you go from one room to another, even if it doesn't have a door, it has that opening, right? The separation. Every time you walk through, every time you get in an elevator, every time you get out of the elevator, every time you step on the escalator, every time you step off the escalator. Michael Phelps used to keep on saying a positive affirmation to himself. I am the best. I'm going to be world record holder for all of the swimming Olympic things, Olympic races, right? He kept on saying all of these affirmations, and then your mind actually makes that happen. But if we learn from that, that was a very good thing. It was very inspiring. When we walk through any doorstep, remember Krishna. When we walk through a door, we open a door, remember Krishna. When we go into elevator, Krishna. When we step off the elevator, Krishna. When we step on an escalator, Krishna. We step off the escalator, Krishna. Right? In that way, we will always be thinking about Krishna. At least our time of thinking of Krishna will go up. So this is how all the liberated souls acted in the ancient times. That Krishna is divine, Krishna is transcendental, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and we should, totally not have even 0.001% doubt. Because Krishna says, Shraddhavan labate Shankavan. So I'm not coming, but one who has that belief, that trust in Krishna, they will certainly go back to Krishna one day. But even if you have one bit of Shanka, one bit of question that is Krishna God, is Krishna the Supreme Person of Godhead, is there really only one God? How is Krishna God, right? Who made him God? All of these things that come, even that 1.001% doubt also will not take us anywhere. It will drown us. Even that's small. So let us always remember Krishna and always, right, follow in the footsteps of our acharyas, of the step that our Guru Maharaj has shown us, and of all of these pure devotees. So with that, we'll end here. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna.